Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. Excited to have you connecting in with us. And we have been spending time in April looking at how do we overcome challenges and thrive, not just survive in our life, but how do we thrive fully and powerfully. And in fact, when we have those challenges or things that come up, how do we have them actually help us grow and move forward in powerful and positive ways? And we may not always feel like that in the moment, but how do we do that? So today I have an amazing expert that's going to be helping us with our mindset, how we're looking at challenges and what we're looking at doing as we face them. And I want you to understand with challenges, it's not just maybe we're going to have a challenge in our life. It's when we will have challenges. We'll have those unexpected things. And so I think it's important we prepare, even if we're not going through a challenge or a difficult time right now, that we start building things in our toolbox to support and help us with challenges that may come our way. So today I want you to take a breath, lean in, as we stop, pause, and connect and look at how we are facing challenges. Sometimes we can hide, we can have all different kinds of emotions that come up, denial or anger or frustration or lots of different things we can be facing or struggling with. So how are we handling challenges when they come our way? And if we find that kind of puts us, I feel like sometimes when a challenge comes our way, it shows us things about ourselves. It's almost like when we have a riverbed and it can look smooth and beautiful on the top, but when the water level lowers, because there maybe is less flowing through, we can start to see rocks and some other things that over time would have stopped the flow of water, to stop the flow of energy or things that matter to us in life. And so it's an opportunity when challenges come to look what might be below the surface and how are we wanting to shift some of those things so we're able to step into this place of thriving. So as we look at April, I like to think of it as April showers bring May flowers. So it's a way of looking at challenges and how can those challenges that we will face in life, how can we be more of who we want to be in them and become more of who we are called to be through them. And as we come through them on the other side, step into this place of past just surviving, but to thriving. So let's take a moment. Those of you who are driving, I want you to stay safe, inwardly tuning in so that you can be present and receive everything that is here for you today. I know by the very nature of you being here, there is something for you today. So let's be willing and ready to receive it. In fact, looking and leaning forward with anticipation and excitement for what will be flowing and coming to us today and going forward. Beautiful. Those of you who are able to, let's sit back, feel that chair supporting you, and take a deep breath. Both feet on the floor, one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, bringing all of you in, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Take a breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, like through a straw. Beautiful. Close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. Keep breathing. This type of breathing helps us become present. It brings oxygen to every cell of our body, lowers our stress levels, our cortisol levels. And when we have oxygen flowing through every cell of our body, we're able to think more clearly, do it with in a way that is connected with all of us, not just our mind, but mind, body, soul, and spirit. This breath can help connect us in all ways so that we're moving forward purposely. So as you're breathing enjoying all this beautiful oxygen coming to every cell in your body, eyes closed, absolutely safe, take a moment to think about what it is that you need today. What is it that will encourage you, empower you, support you? What is it when you stop and pause for a moment? In fact, let's put both a hand on your heart, a hand on your head. Let's just bring mindfully all of us in mind, body, soul, and spirit. What is it you need today that will encourage you and empower you? Whether you're facing a challenge right now or you're looking at how you face challenges, kind of checking in that toolkit. What is it that you need that will encourage you, empower you, support you, uplift you, that you are willing to receive because you have choice? So what is it that you need and are willing to receive? Beautiful. Come back into the room fully present. Take another breath. Wonderful. And take a moment to write down what was laid on your heart, what it is that you need and are willing to receive. So let's take a moment, write that down so you get it out of you and in front of you so you can see it. Sometimes we have those thoughts pinging around in us and they can be distracting us. When we can get them out, put them in a place where we can see them, interact with them, have them top of mind, it's easier to recognize when that opportunity, that very thing you need, is presented to you. And here's the extra credit bonus opportunity I want us to take advantage of or lean into today, is I want you actively on the lookout for exactly what it is that you need, that you wrote down on that paper and are willing to receive. But be unattached to the how. Open, willing to be surprised at the amazing, creative, and wonderful way that need will be met. Let's be open and willing to have our needs met in unexpected and wonderful ways. Beautiful. Let's breathe that in. Wonderful. So, as we connect in here, I always like to connect heart to heart with our amazing guests. So, I'm going to introduce to you just lightly from a heart level Cecilia. She's our powerful guest joining us today. And I'd love, Cecilia, for you to take a moment and just share with us, 30 seconds or less, depending on what is on your heart. When you stopped and paused and listened for a moment, what was laid on your heart?
Well, the words that really connected with me was that I'm safe and secure. And I thought, wow, that are really important words, and it's so, I don't know, it feels safe to hear them.
Yes, how beautiful, yeah. Safe and secure.
It's so easy. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything complicated. Just the words safe, secure.
Beautiful. Yeah. Especially when we're facing a challenge, we don't need any more complications or things that are heavy and hard, but knowing that we're safe and secure. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for your share. And listeners, I think what was laid on my heart is the importance of remembering to stop and pause and breathe and know that it is all working towards our good, and trusting that we just need to see it through. That was what was laid on my heart. So as we get ready to go to our first commercial break, here's what I'd love for you to do. These commercial breaks are an opportunity for you to stop, pause, and listen to what is being laid on your heart and spirit as we spend time together connecting. As those beautiful commercials are playing in the background with updates and things we want you to be aware of, take these 2 minutes to really stop, pause, and listen. We get so busy in life, we forget to stop, pause, and listen, and breathe and be willing to integrate what is being spoken into your heart and spirit. So use these 2 minutes in that way, just stopping, pausing, listening, processing. And when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation and really look at how can we face and overcome challenges and thrive. We'll look forward to talking to you in just 2 minutes.
Be sure to friend us on Facebook. You can do it right now. Visit facebook.com/Voice America or search for us at keyword Voice America.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Get Unchained. Tune in every Monday for Jane Unchained on the Voice America Influencers channel, featuring nationally recognized best-selling author, TV journalist, and social media influencer Jane Velez Mitchell. This program takes you inside a trending lifestyle that's the next wave of human evolution. It all starts on your plate. If you want to revolutionize your life, get happier, more energized, then discover the secret. Tune in to Jane Unchained Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Time on the Voice America Influencers channel.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Have you had a chance to check out Voice America's online magazine and blog? If you love our hosts and shows, check out articles that give an even deeper perspective, plus topics about health and fitness, movie reviews, philosophy, business tips and tactics, spirituality, positive thought, current events, and even more about your favorite host. It's just a click away at blog.voiceamerica.com. That's blog.voiceamerica.com. The Voice America Press Blog. All access, all the time. We don't follow, we lead. Join us, the Voice America Influencers channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-472-5795. That's 1-866-472-5795. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes, that you gave yourself the opportunity to stop, pause, breathe, and listen to what is being spoken into your heart and spirit. Part of getting the most out of our time together, I believe, is giving yourself that opportunity as we have these commercial breaks. They're secretly in disguise moments for you to stop, pause, breathe, and integrate to help you stay fully present and receive real time exactly what is here for you today. So I'm so honored to have you all joining us as we lean into this important conversation about thriving and how do we overcome challenges as we face them and move into that space where we are able to thrive deeply and powerfully in our life and throughout our life. We have an amazing expert that I am just thrilled to share with you today. Whenever I think of her, I just smile and my spirit is uplifted. One of the things I first noticed about our amazing guest is her energy. She has this amazing, powerful, positive, contagious, in a great way, energy that just pulls you in and lifts you up. And I know you're going to experience that today. I'm looking forward to sharing her with you. Let me give you a little bit of a formal introduction. You got to hear from her on a heart level. You'll see an expanded bio and her contact information, her website, all of that you're going to see on the show description page. So if you want to learn more, we will definitely let you know how to do that towards the end of the show, but also know it's on the description section of the show page. So Cecilia Karvegard is an international and motivational, inspirational speaker. Like, she just has so much in her speaking, so much power and passion and motivation in what she brings to you. She's a coach, an author, and an expert in human behavior, stress management, and happiness. And she is passionate about helping you thrive. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing and powerful Cecilia Karvegard to the show. Welcome.
Wow, thank you, Rebecca. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
You are so welcome. I'm thrilled to have you here today. And I love it when we're able to connect with people in different parts of our country and different parts of the world. So I'd love for you to share, where are you connecting in from today?
I'm connecting from Spain, an island called Gran Canaria.
Beautiful. And it's just beautiful there. I've heard you share and describe where you live. It's just beautiful and wonderful. So we're excited to have you connecting in. And then you also have some strong connections to Sweden as well. I'd love for you to share a little bit about that. I know they contact you frequently as an expert.
Well, yeah, I'm born in Sweden, so that's my strong connection to Sweden.
Well, and I love that you're still being tapped into by them, by the press, and to really help in these areas of human behavior, stress management, and happiness. So I love that you're just supporting so many people, so many ways in different parts of the world. So thank you for joining us, being part of the conversation. And I'd love for you to share why. Why is this work of helping people in these areas personally so important to you?
Well, I've had a lot of challenges all of my life, at least the 30 first years of my life. And I have faced all the challenges, and today I'm living the life of my dreams. So I know from the bottom of my heart that everything is possible. No matter how difficult life seems, you can change it around and make a wonderful life for yourself.
Beautiful. And I love that you have overcome, are living the life of your dreams, and now reaching out to help others do the same. So that's just a beautiful way to bring forward all that you've learned and impact people, because there's nothing like somebody who's been there and done that can help you move on your path and bring it forward. So I would love for you to share, if you don't mind, what's one of the big challenges that you overcame, just so our listeners can connect in and understand a little bit about some of the challenges you have faced.
Yeah, well, okay. It started, I was around 6 years, I think, when my father started to drink. So my family was dysfunctional, you can say. Mm-hmm. And then when I got older, I met a man who abused me, physical and psychological, and I've been raped, and I've been threatened with a gun. I've been, through almost everything. I've been stalked and threatened to my life by mean people, if you say so. And I've had financial struggling and, almost everything you can think of.
And is there, because those are all of those, each thing you listed are big things, both as a young girl into adulthood that you have faced and come through. And yet if somebody meets you today, you're so full of joy and exude success and happiness. People would never know that those are some of the things that you've overcome. Is there one thing, if you kind of look back at some of those challenges, that helped you overcome one of them, or perhaps as a process you discovered? What's a way you were able to tap in and overcome and rise and thrive from one or some of those challenges?
Well, the most important thing I realized was that I came to understand the people around me that abused me. I understood why they was acting the way they did. Mm-hmm. And the understanding helped me in forgiving them for what they have done to me. And that also helped me to forgive myself. And that's very important. The forgiving them wasn't for their sake, it was for my own sake. I didn't tell them that I had forgiven them. The man I lived with for 3 years, that abused me, he died when I was, I think I was 25. 6 months before he died, my father died also. So it was a really tough year. Yeah. After that, my fiance's parents couldn't handle the sorrow. So they, for 3 years, were harassing me. And when I finally came into therapy, the therapist told me that what they did to me was to compare with psychological torture.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm so glad you got help and you were able to gain understanding and forgive them and yourself to move forward in such positive and powerful ways. As you look back at some of these things, and I just want to say I'm very sorry that those things happened to you. I mean, I don't believe anybody should ever have to go through some of the things you've gone through. So I want you to know that. And I'm very happy you are who you are today and all the ways you have positively moved forward and impacted others and are doing so today, just even in our time together. And I'd like to know if, as you kind of look back on the journey, are there some good things or positive things that you find have come from those really horrible, difficult things that you've gone through?
Yes, today I can say that I'm not sorry for all those things that happened, because they made me, they forced me to exercise my inner strength. So today there are no challengings that feels too much. I know I'm capable of coping. And I've learned so many things about human nature. So I have a very big understanding for clients in my work as a coach, for instance. And when I go out and speak in companies, and if they have trouble in the group with employees, there are a negative environment in the work, for instance, I have a big understanding for why people are acting like they are. So I can help very much in different cases because of my big understanding.
Well, and it sounds like you gained a lot of strength and confidence that you know that you can handle anything that comes, and that you're also able to support and help others in a range of challenging situations they might be going through, and that those were some positive things, even gifts in a sense, that came from overcoming those challenges and healing and moving forward. Now, if somebody today is listening that is in a difficult situation right now, they are struggling, they are perhaps feeling helpless, or they're not sure what to do and they're hurting, what's a piece of advice that you would give them?
This will pass. When you are in the middle of a very hard situation, you feel like it's going to be like this the rest of your life. But I can assure you this will pass. So right now, you can't see a way out of this, but the way will show itself for you.
Beautiful. And just know that and rest in that powerfully and be looking, it sounds like, for that way out. Now, can that way out or moving through come in unexpected ways, or can it surprise people along the way? How can they make sure they are being alert and watching and not missing that way out?
Well, most of the times it comes in unexpected ways, actually. Because we are limited in our thoughts and what ways out we can see. But there are always more ways out than we can see. And I know for sure that there is happiness for everyone. And that was the thought that really kept me going. I was sure of that somewhere, someday, I will find happiness for me as well.
And holding to that and looking for it and being open to it coming in unexpected ways. And I love that way that you shared that, because you're right. There are things that because we haven't experienced it before, or our mind and soul and spirit can only see what it can see, that there can be things outside of our how we are used to seeing the world, or what we recognize in the world, that can be coming alongside us to support us. And then it can come along and be a surprise and come forward in an unexpected way. So I think, and I'd love your opinion on this, it feels like it's important that we're open. We're open to that way through coming in a different way than perhaps we've approached things before or we've seen before.
Yeah. And if you only focus on the negative things in your life, you are only able to see more negative things. Because your brain is wired that way. So if you only focus on the negative, you only see negative. It's like you have a negative glasses on your eyes. You only see things. But I mean, everyone have something in their life that is positive. It can be children, grandchildren, a pet, or something, flowers in the garden, the sun, or something. And focus on that for a while, just to get some rest for the brain and for the body.
Beautiful. And when you're focusing on this positive thing, because you shared this understanding and forgiving them and forgiving yourself, it also seems like this appreciating positive things in our life ties into thankfulness. How does that fit into the process for you?
Well, the more you can focus on positive things, the more positive things you see and experience. And to be grateful is very important, because everyone has something in their life to be grateful for. And if you focus on being grateful for those few things you have, soon you will see that you have more and more things to be grateful for. And when you focus more on the positive, you also gain strength and more energy, so you can handle those negative things.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. We're getting ready to go to our next commercial break here. And listeners, I'd love for you to take these 2 minutes, this moment, to really stop, process, and digest what's being spoken into your heart and spirit. And if you are right now facing a challenging or difficult time, take a moment to see something, one little thing that you can be grateful for. And we're going to continue our conversation in just a moment. Enjoy these 2 minutes.
Think you've seen everything there is to see in online television? Let us surprise you. Visit voiceamerica.tv today for sports, health, business, and more on demand 24/7.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Sustainable success, is just around the corner. If you are an entrepreneur, business leader, or anybody looking for their next level of success, tune into Sustainable Success with host Chris Salem. Did you know that the path to success is a long path that started many years ago? The path you started on then determines what is happening now. Chris and his amazing guests in their field will help you navigate the path to sustainable success every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Time and 9 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Influencers Channel.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. Tune in to the Voice America Variety channel on the Voice America Talk Radio Network. Voice America Variety broadcasts a diverse array of topics, reaching a global community. Our experts come from all walks of life, and the topics they discuss are everything from current events, arts and entertainment, leadership, parenting, relationships, self-improvement, career advice, and a variety of other topics. Check us out today. You're sure to find something of interest. Voice America Variety. Talk on today's hot topics. Change starts here. Change starts now. Join us, the Voice America Influencers Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-472-5795. That's 1-866-472-5795. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes that you took a moment to think about what is something I'm grateful for, or I can be, or choose to be grateful for. And if perhaps you found you were struggling in finding something to be grateful for, I want to encourage you throughout our show to use the moments now to start to look for something to be grateful for, to ask that question. One thing you can do, and I always think this is interesting, is we tend to, and this ties into what Cecilia was sharing with us earlier, that if our brain is trained to look at things a certain way, it keeps doing that, and it is trained to look for negativity or negative things, that's what we see. If we can train it to be grateful and look for more positive things, then we start to shift and move into that space. We have a right brain and a left brain. We have those two parts of our brain, and some of us are right-handed, some of us are left-handed. Even if we can write with both hands, there tends to be one hand that we go to most. And it's a really interesting activity because it taps into the part of your brain that you normally tap into when you're writing, to ask the question, what can I be grateful for, with the hand, your dominant hand that you normally write with. Then pick up the writing utensil, paper, your pen, your pencil, whatever it may be, with your other hand, your non-dominant hand. So if you're right-handed and you wrote the question, what is something I can be grateful for? Then pick up your pen or your pencil with the other hand and see what the answer is. And what's really powerful about that sort of an activity is you're now tapping into a different part of your brain that you're not normally using when you're writing. And it can help you approach a challenge or a problem in a different way, expand how you're looking at things, and taps into another part of your wisdom and way of looking at the world that you may not always be tapping into. So I just want to give that as a tip. It's a way that you can start approaching this if you're struggling with asking that question and spending some time each day exploring and seeing what is one thing that I'm grateful for or I can be grateful for, and then see how that list can grow. Now, I was thinking as you guys were on, guys and gals, were on your break there, stopping and pausing and listening behind the scenes, I was thinking about Cecilia and some additional things that I would love for her to share with us. And one of the things, if you look at her bio and in the description online, you're going to see that she refers to her speaking style as unique. And one of the things I think is powerful and unique about her is her speaking style and her way she approaches things. So, Cecilia, I'd love for you to share why you describe your speaking style as unique.
Well, thank you for the question. Well, I think that one thing that is unique is that what I speak about, it's not only things that I have studied or read in books that comes from my education as a behavior scientist. My words also comes from my own experience. So I have studied, but I have also experienced life, and that's a unique and perfect combination. And the other thing is my way to connect to the audience and improvise. I don't even know myself what's going to happen in every speak I give.
Beautiful. And I love that you're able to bring the science and the experience together so powerfully, and that you're so open to what may come, what will serve in that moment in speaking and sharing. Now, one of the things I appreciate in what you wrote in your bio and you shared with us is this passion, which I hope everyone is hearing her passion and her joy, but that you want to inspire people to not just be fantastic, but feel fantastic. And you put feel in all capital letters. Can you share what you mean by that? Not just inspiring them to be fantastic, but to feel fantastic. Why is that important? And what do you mean by that?
It's very common that people do fantastic things, like they have a high position in society, or, well, they do things, and people around them think that, oh, you're fantastic, oh, you're amazing, wow. And people know that they do fantastic things, but inside they feel like a loser, or like a scam, or like, oh, I hope people can see who I really am. Do you understand how I? Yeah, they feel they don't feel fantastic. They do fantastic things, but they feel like they are bogus, and that people won't notice that. So imagine if those people also felt fantastic. Imagine what great things they could accomplish, right?
Beautiful. I love that. So there can be this disconnect on some of the things that we do and achieve, and not really taking in and feeling wonderful and fantastic and excited about what we're doing. It's almost like that feeling part got disconnected. And you're right. How incredible and powerful would it be? And would those fantastic, amazing people be if they could feel fantastic and really connect powerfully with the things they're doing?
Exactly.
Beautiful. Love it. Love it. So something else I'm curious about is, because I know you've been doing this work for a while, that you love meeting people where they're at, helping them feel fantastic, helping them move forward in powerful ways, and shift their perspective a bit from looking at negative and what has been to building what they want, that they can build anything that they want and really matters to them in life. So knowing that transition that you love helping people with, what is one of your favorite moments in that process and working with others?
My favorite moment is when they feel, aha, now I get it. Now I understand where I have been lost in my thoughts.
So So that moment when you see that connection made for them is one that you just celebrate and love. And what does that do for you? How do you celebrate that, or is that why you do what you do?
Well, yes, it's a great satisfaction for me to see when people start to change around from the negative to the positive. Mm-hmm. It's like a light is, how do you say it? Well, they light up. Mm-hmm. You see it in their eyes, and you can feel it in their energy, and you can just see how they come alive. Mm. And it's just a fantastic moment to see that and to be a part of it. And it's such a great energy in it.
Beautiful. I love it. And once that light has turned on and that shift has happened and that connection's made, it can't be unmade. Is that correct? Because they now know what they know. Is that true? Or do you find that not to be the case? I feel like it's true, but I'm not the behavioral scientist.
Yes, it's true, but it's like teaching to ride a bike. You fall, you don't have the balance from the beginning, so you fall and then up on the bike again, and then you fall. And it's the same when you are rewiring your brain from negative to positive. The negative has a so strong connection, so you have to get the connection very weak. And the way to get the connection weak is to strengthen a new connection of positive thoughts. So that process can take a while, but you don't fall off the bike so often and not so long times. So, and then after a while, you are up and cycling around, and you know that if you don't ride your bike for 20 years, you still can ride your bike without exercising.
Beautiful.
You have the balance.
No, thank you for sharing that, because I think that's really important, because we can have this all or nothing kind of mindset. And so if we fall off the bike, we can maybe give that more weight than we should and realize we can just get back up on it and be graceful and kind and forgiving and supportive of ourselves. What could help us, if that wiring is getting built and we fell off the bike, what can help us get back on the bike again and keep going forward?
It's very important to be kind to ourselves, to have a more kind inner dialogue, Don't be so hard on yourself if you fall back in negative thinking. It's a normal process to relapse, and it's okay. So be kind with yourself and laugh about it and say, oops, now I did that again. Silly me. Let's try another thinking. Oh, let's see. Oh, what a beautiful flower. So just, be okay with yourself.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. It's okay to learn and to grow and to train our brain over time. And I love that idea of the bike and getting back on and getting our balance and learning that, and we will fall off less and we will be able to move forward faster in that new way of thinking as we grow and as we build that wiring. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
As we get ready to go to our next commercial break here, listeners, I want you to take a moment, take these 2 minutes to stop, process, breathe, and integrate what's being spoken into your heart and spirit. And we'll look forward to continuing the conversation in just 2 minutes.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN. Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
There's a new force to be reckoned with in talk radio. It's Not Just Talk Radio, hosted by LaTanya Jr. and co-host Tina Wynn and Tony Brown. Not Just Talk Radio is like a superhero, inspiring, problem-solving, and informing, packed with action-provoking conversations from news, movements, and social and politics issues. This program is about a wide range of voices and fresh points of view from experts, celebrities, and you, the listener. Not Just Talk Radio is broadcast live Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Influencers Channel.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Become a member of VoiceAmerica.com. It's easy and best of all, it's free. Start out by going to our homepage or any of our channels and click register at the top. Once you've created an account and signed in, you can create your own custom library, opt into our newsletter, search by show, host, guest, or topic of interest, or browse millions of hours of content across all of our Voice America radio channels. Membership gets you more. Visit VoiceAmerica.com today to get started and tailor the listening experience to your taste.
We don't follow, we lead. Join us, the Voice America Influencers Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-472-5795. That's 1-866-472-5795. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes and gave yourself time to stop, process, breathe, and integrate. And I was just reflecting behind the scenes with Cecilia how I really appreciated her example of the bike. And when we fall off, not if, when we fall off, as we're building this new wiring and this new way of thinking, that a way that we can get back on is noticing, oh, how beautiful that flower is, or look at that, taking a moment to shift our thinking back to positive purposely. Oh, I fell. Let me notice this. Let me appreciate this, and then get back on the bike and continue moving forward. And I thought that created such a beautiful example of how we can approach shifting our thinking to a more positive, thriving space. One of the phrases that Cecilia uses in her bio and as she shares about the work that she does is, it's all in your mind. And that's the most important message. And I'd love for you to share, what do you mean when it's all in our mind, and why is that the most important message for us?
Well, it's all in your mind. Everything you focus on is in your mind. And if you tend to focus on negative things, then your life seems more negative. And, everyone knows that stress is harmful for your health. But what most people don't know is that negative thinking is equal harmful as stress for us, actually, because the process that starts in the brain when you stress, the same process starts when you think negative. And when you stress or when you think negative, there are hormones and chemicals that start to flow in your brain, and those chemicals comes down with the blood in your body. So it's not good for your health with negative thoughts. And the positive thoughts is good for your health, because then it's there is other chemicals that comes out when you think positive, and they are good for us.
I think this is really important because I feel like there's a lot of awareness that we have in society about stress and how dangerous that can be and how important it is that we address that. But I love that you're bringing to the conversation that, look, how we're thinking affects that too. And it's releasing chemicals into our body. And those can be good or they can be not so good for our body. And that directly ties to the positive and negative thinking. So the more negative thinking, the more stress, the more hormones that are not as positive for our health are coming into our body. And shifting our thinking to positive can release positive, powerful, supportive chemicals into our body. So I think it's really important we see that direct tie to our health and how our thinking really matters in that. Thank you for sharing that. Powerful. Now, I want to give people an opportunity to be able to connect with you on a deeper level. For those of you who are listening today and are wanting to connect on a deeper level, how can they do that? What's the best way?
The best way is my page, my homepage, CeciliaKarvegard.com, and there you find everything to contact me. So you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram and so on, and my email address.
Perfect. And do you mind spelling that just in case someone's wanting to write that down?
CeciliaKarvegard.com.
Beautiful. So her.com. Beautiful. So your name spelled out, no space in between, and .com. They'll be able to connect in and follow you on social media, etc. Thank you for sharing that. And then do you have a quick tip? As we get ready to bring our time together to a close and people are getting ready to go back out into the world, what's a quick piece of advice or tip or something on your heart you want them to take with them?
Well, I'm actually going to reveal a secret for you.
Ooh.
Okay?
Okay.
Everyone knows what positive thinking is, or at least they think they know what positive thinking is. I often get the question from my followers, I'm thinking like this and this. Is this a positive thinking? A positive thought? And I say, well, I don't know if it's positive for you. So the secret I'm going to tell you now is how you can know if your thoughts are positive.
Oh.
And it's very easy. It's very, very easy. If you have positive feelings, then you have positive thoughts.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's so easy.
Beautiful. Thank you. You're right. We can make it more complicated than it needs to be. So thank you.
We tend to do that all the time. I don't know why.
I know. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Beautiful tip. So you'll know your positive thinking is positive if it brings positive feelings for you. So listeners, as we get ready to go back out into the world, I want to thank you for joining us today. I want to thank you for leaning in and bringing your powerful energy and letting us pour into you. And as you go back out into the world, I want you to remember that you each are beautifully and wonderfully made, absolutely needed in this world, especially for such a time as this. And I want to encourage you to choose, be willing to bloom where you are planted and shine. Share the gift of you out into the world. Have a wonderful week, and we'll look forward to talking to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Influencers channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Empowerment channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.